Hello, so this is my presentation on stress. It's going to be chill pill for stress, so ways that we can manage tension to help prevent stressful environments. So, for starters, what is stress? So, stress can best be defined as a state of worry or mental tension that is caused by a problematic situation. Stress is a natural human response that prompts us to address challenges and threats, and everyone experiences stress to some degree. Now, there are different levels of stress, which we're going to go into. So, first, there's acute stress and versus chronic stress. So, it's important to understand the differences between acute and chronic stress. Acute stress is stress that experienced on a daily basis from minor situations. It typically happens quickly and fades once the situation or circumstances have passed. For example, it could be traffic jams, crowds, sudden illness, car accident, running late, arguments with a loved one. So these are all short term stress. Now, chronic stress, on the other hand, is more long term, and the consequences are a lot more. So there's consequences on physical and mental health that are in effect from chronic stress, and it can result from ongoing challenges or unresolved problems such as financial difficulties, relationship problems, demanding jobs, etc. Chronic stress takes a toll on the mind and body and can manifest in a variety of ways, which may also vary from person to person. So it's not going to be the same with everyone. And some of the symptoms that manifest in the physical as a result of chronic stress would be fatigue, headaches, insomnia, lack of focus, decreased energy, frequently being ill, or having trouble recovering from mild illnesses, as well as anxiety, irritable bowel syndrome, and other digestive issues, and high blood pressure or hypertension. Now, of course, there's also eustress versus distress. Distress is a stress that negatively affects you. It's unpleasant or harmful stress under which health and performance begin to deteriorate. Eustress is seen in a more positive light. It affects you in a positive manner. How so? So it would energize you and motivate you to make changes. It also gives you a positive outlook and makes us capable of overcoming obstacles. So, stress can have a significant impact on the body. It can cause physical symptoms such as muscle tension, headaches, digestive issues, which we discussed, fatigue, and long term stress can also lead to more serious health problems, such as the high blood pressure that we mentioned, but even things like heart disease and mental health issues. So, because of the severity of some of these symptoms, managing stress levels is extremely important, which brings me into my next slide, which is stress management. So, next, we're going to explore practical stress relief techniques that can help you regain control when you're feeling overwhelmed or starting to feel defeated from the stress that may be piling up. And we're going to explore various strategies, including like sleep, diet, exercise, spirituality, and other things that can help manage these stressful situations. So, first, we're starting with sleep. Prioritizing a sleep schedule is the initial step in stress management. According to experts, adults should be sleeping between 7 to 9 hours a night, which I know for most people, it's very difficult, and many times we tend to put sleep to the side, but it's very important. Sleep is a vital human function essential for brain and body recovery, and therefore, inadequate sleep may lead to higher levels of stress. Many people that are under high levels of stress may find it difficult to prioritize sleep. However, studies show that most Americans would actually be happier and healthier and safer if they were to sleep simply by an extra 60 to 90 minutes per night. So, sleep would be the first thing to consider. Up next is diet. So, early research suggests that certain foods, such as polyunsaturated fats, including omega 3 fats and vegetables, may actually help to regulate cortisol levels, which cortisol is the stress hormone. So, a balanced diet can support a healthy immune system and the repair of damaged cells. It also provides the extra energy that is needed to cope during stressful events. So, you can just keep in mind if you eat good, you're going to feel a lot better. It may not completely solve all of your stressful problems. However, it's going to help you in your mental health so you can feel a little bit better. Up next, we have exercise, and this can refer to any kind of exercise. It doesn't have to be anything super crazy, simply moving around, walking, running, biking, swimming, anything that you like, that is a form of exercise, really just a form of movement. It's important to have a balance because doing this will help you balance off the stress hormones in the brain. Studies actually suggest that by making the body stronger and healthier, exercise enhances your ability to respond to stress. Therefore, it's going to help get rid of those negative effects such as anxiety, depression, heart disease. So, regular exercise also helps flush out the byproducts of the body stress response to those hundreds of chemicals that are released during a stressful situation. Up next, so of course, there's a big battle right now for our mind, for our attention. So, a great way to try to decrease stress levels would be to prioritize your mental health, and we could do that by limiting our amount of screen time. So, the media is constantly competing for our attention, from social media platforms to various news outlets and streaming services. And they compete by putting some crazy things out there that many times play with our emotions and put us under a lot of stress. So, not that it's bad to be informed of what is out there, but it's good to do it in moderations and just to be conscious about how much time we're actually spending on these social media platforms, how much time we're spending watching TV, because it can really take a toll on your mental health, on your mind, and this can lead to unneeded stress. So, next, we're going to briefly cover how organization, spirituality, and meditation can help with stress management. I really liked this picture of the woman that's kind of like on the floor because I just thought of those little shapes as different things that can cause stress when we're feeling when we are not organized in our lives, and it can get overwhelming very quickly. So, first with organization. So, being disorganized can lead to stress, which makes it hard to focus and prioritize tasks. Organization actually reduces stress, boosts control, and enhances productivity. And so we can try to be organized by making lists, keeping a calendar, keeping a schedule. And maybe you're not going to be able to keep up with every single item on that list or on that schedule, but having something that you can refer back to keep your time managed is going to be a huge stress reliever. Time management is a excellent way to manage your stress. Disorganization in our lives can lead to unnecessary stress, and when our surroundings are cluttered and chaotic, it can be difficult to focus on important tasks and prioritize our responsibilities. So, keeping yourself organized is going to help you focus on what truly matters, putting your attention on the tasks that are more important. And so next we have spirituality. So spiritual practices can actually reduce stress by providing a sense of purpose and connection to a higher power. They may also promote forgiveness, compassion, and humility, which may alleviate stress. In a recent 2020 study, a group of social work students showed that trained social workers who practiced spirituality had less stress and fewer post traumatic stress disorder (PTSD) symptoms after giving assistance to trauma victims. And so the same study discussed how practicing forgiveness toward yourself and others can be effective in coping mechanism for exposure to trauma. So this is just one way that goes to show how having something to believe in, a higher power, spirituality can be a glimmer of hope during stressful times. Next, we've got mindfulness and meditation. So, researchers believe that the benefits of mindfulness are related to its ability to dial down the body's response to stress. Chronic stress can impair the body's immune system and make many other health problems worse. So, by lowering the stress response, mindfulness may actually have a sort of downstream effect throughout the body. So, this can be seen through meditation. So over here in one picture, we have it looks like she's a college student because she's thinking about a house payment, car payment, graduation, um, credit card bills. And so these are all things that maybe can't necessarily be avoided during the time. However, taking the time to meditate and kind of just like um, breathe and just kind of like think of what's going on can help you. Once again, going back to the organization, can help you organize, and it can help as a de-stressor. And so I just want to end with sharing that there could be a positive outlook. Of course, stress cannot be avoided. We can't eliminate stress altogether. However, we can manage some stressful situations through stress management, such as keeping a healthy diet, prioritizing our sleep schedule, through time management, through spirituality, maybe finding something to hope in and believe in, as well as mindfulness and meditation. And thank you for watching. I hope that this video was useful to you and that you can incorporate these things in your life if you haven't already.